Is the BJP open to shaking hands with LDF and Pinarayi Vijayan?
I think, just as you said in the beginning of this TV show, it's absolutely preposterous and absolutely, laughable. The
Yeah.
entire argument of the International Congress. To talk about our alliance with CPI, because the kind of the kind of protests and the kind of tirade we've taken against the CPIM government in Kerala is well known by our party president. Also, he's issued statements on and off against Pinarayi Vijayan and against all the corruption that's going on in this government and all the mismanagement of budgets. But what has the Congress done till now in Kerala? What kind of an opposition have they been? What have they been a responsible opposition in the assembly? They are the ones who are sitting in the legislative assembly. What have they done against all of the misdeeds, so to speak, of the CPIM that has happened? The ED was unleashed by the central government. All the allegations, all the the investigations were unleashed by the central government. Even the case against Veena
Right.
Vijayan, the Vijayan's daughter herself. It was not the Congress who actually opposed it tooth and nail. It was we who started this entire investigation, and also the cooperative scam. It was the ED which went against the cooperatives, and it was Suresh Gopi who actually led a rally against the cooperative scam. So what has the Congress done? So they're losing their plot, tooth and nail, and therefore now
Yeah,
they've
sure, sure. Like you
kind
said, thank you for saying
of
it's preposterous and echoing what I had said. But then, Rajendran also said that, anything is possible in the world of politics. So I'll go with that because we have seen how tides can turn. But tell me something, what is your strategy then, Vineeta? Because look, it's time now. We see that in 2019, you were duck, you could not get even a single a seat, and in 2021 state election you recorded a vote share, of course, which was pretty impressive. One doesn't understand, because I somehow feel, don't you think your whole BJP is known to kind of win over the majority vote? I mean, Kerala has a huge minority population. Somewhere, don't you think that your entire strategy in Kerala has failed completely? Before we go any further about these preposterous conspiracy theories, what is your strategy going to be?
So, before I get on to that strategy, because it's a different topic altogether, but we would also like to remind the viewers about the so-called Indie Alliance, which the CPIM is stitching with the Congress. It's not we who are stitching. The Gamandia Gathbandhan is being stitched between the Congress and the CPIM. So we'll have to look at what the status of that is before they form false allegations of, a combination between BJP and the CPIM. First of all, the BJP does not need the CPIM in any place to win the Lok Sabha in the center. So therefore, the CPIM is not a force to reckon with at all. Now, in Kerala, as you said, the strategy, of course, yes, it's been difficult to get a
Yes.
window, get a foothold in Kerala's electoral canvas. We accept that. But it's been a very rigid kind of voter base, because we've had the UDF and the LDF alternatively coming,
Yeah.
and it's also a demography that is pretty beyond. It's the older age group that is there as a voter base in Kerala. So they have set concepts and they have set ideas. Therefore, it is the youth that we are appealing to today. And our strategy is to appeal to the youth, it's to appeal to the women, it's to appeal to the farmers. Of course, farmers as such, as a category, it's not a very formidable force in Kerala, but still, these are the three pillars with which we are working on nationally
Right.
as well as in Kerala. And we hope that this time, at least, the Modi wave,
Okay.
and also not just the Modi wave, it's also the entire strategy of
All right.
appealing to women
Okay.
voters
Yeah.
and to our youth, I think, which should work.
All right, Vineeta. Professor Baby, I'm coming to you. What happened at the lunch which Premachandran was seen having lunch with Prime Minister Modi? Modi said, let's go, laughed and said, let me punish all of you and all that. But in politics, perception is very important, optics are very important. You can accuse the LDF of having a truck with the BJP and shaking hands. But what about this member of the RSP, sir, Professor Baby?
We know that Mr. Premachandran is a very excellent MP in the parliament.
Oh, and Modi is an
He has
excellent prime minister. What has
no,
that
no.
got to do with
Yeah,
the price of onions, sir?
it
Go
is
on,
nothing.
sir.
It is nothing wrong. It is nothing wrong with that. The prime minister has called an very performance based MP to have a lunch with him. There is nothing wrong because Ramachandran has won many awards for the best parliamentarian. So we feel that it is a recognition for his contribution.
All right, so let me, I mean, this makes, I'm not going to kind of, negate what you said, but I totally disagree with you. Someone's goodness, someone being a saint has nothing to do with how he or she performs in politics. There are two different things. I want to ask you once again, sir, do you have proof that LDF and BJP are shaking hands? And both of them, it's like just a smoke screen they have created. What kind of proof can you give? I know the yatra is on and you will see all kinds of political things. But what proof is there, Professor Baby, of this?
You mean proof for BJP CPM alliance? You mean?
Yes, sir.
Madam? Yeah, because of the Lavalin case is the best example because of that in the history of the Supreme Court, 38 consecutive times that the Lavalin case is being postponed. That is the best example for every time when the case is coming before the Supreme Court, the CBI citing other reason or this reason and requesting the Supreme Court, honorable bench to postpone the case. That is the best example. If the Supreme Court is taking that case into account, it is sure that Pinarayi Vijayan will go behind the bars. He will go to the jail. That's a very clear example. I can cite one more example. Recently, when our Honorable Prime Minister, when he came to Kerala, in his address, he said that everybody knows that which office is the epicenter of all allegations in Kerala. He mean that it is Chief Minister office, Pinarayi Vijayan's office. Because even just before the last assembly election, ED was about to corner the Chief Minister in this gold smuggling case, dollar smuggling case. The four central agencies enquered the case: CBI, ED, Customs, central agencies. But the case has been sabotated.
I find it very strange because the thing is that everyone has been under the scanner. Someone may turn around and say, oh, Kavita, K. Kavita, the ex-Chief Minister of Telangana's daughter, although her name keeps coming up, she's not really been so far, kind of taken into, taken under for any kind of investigation. Those say, oh, there is a truck between KCR and Modi. They say, oh, there is a truck between Stalin because the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, because his colleagues have been arrested by the ED, but not Stalin himself. So, this is the theory which goes on that either the BJP will get after you and put the ED on your tail to be, and it looks like a very simplistic thing, but maybe, the Congress has its own theory to, to kind of talk about this. Ajith Lawrence, I want to come to you, Ajith Lawrence. Ajith Lawrence, every election, the voter changes in every state, like Vineeta was saying that there are older ones who've got set, ideologies and attitude. But the rise of the middle class in Kerala, if you look at it, don't you think that they have a because I've been reading a lot and watching, when Prime Minister was in Thrissur and all that, there is a natural proclivity towards the religiosity that BJP is presenting. Don't you think that that's kind of can be threatening for other parties in Kerala? Because the middle class seems to be veering towards the BJP.
No chance, because see, whenever a prime minister, whosoever may be, from whichever party it may be, but when prime minister comes, normally people throng around him. That is the culture we people in Kerala give to our national leaders. And don't take that those people who gathered around to see Modi would turn around as vote for BJP. No way, that will never happen. But the other way around, when you think about why not BJP and the CPM have a clandestine understanding, is that the entire target is to dismantle, weaken, and shatter Congress in Kerala. That is the intention of this CPM and BJP having a joint attempt, or their effort is to shatter the Congress in Kerala. That is what they are trying for. Yeah, that is what they are trying for. And you must understand, all the central agencies, see, Look at Karnataka and then now in Delhi. Everywhere ED is issuing notice and they are after the chief ministers. But now in Kerala, these people never turn around to Pinarayi Vijayan or to his office, official residence, neither to the office in the secretariat. So these are the things that give a clear-cut understanding or a wave of understanding between BJP and CPM. Particularly CPM means particularly with Pinarayi Vijayan.
But you know, look at what Vineeta said, Ajith. She said it's preposterous. What Professor Baby is saying. Rajendran, do you agree with this, that you know the both are like together? It may not be overt, Rajendran. It could be what is called hidden, you know, and behind curtains. But do you think this is even possible? And if it is possible, don't you think that will change the tide in Kerala completely if they both shake hands and come together? Rajendran, first, do you agree? If you don't, why not? If you do, why do you?
Okay, first of all, I don't agree. My hypothesis is totally different because, first of all, Sudha, you mentioned that it's the middle class which is probably moving towards the religious thing. Sudha, you know, we both come from the state where, you know, our grandparents have taught us to be religious from the childhood. It has nothing, you know, some leader has come and taught us how to be religious. So that thing remains in Kerala. So it will not be, you know, my hypothesis. So that since you mentioned, I felt that I should highlight this, that people are religious, but that does not mean they will change their political commitment and ideological following up. You know, home after home, you will see people divided on ideology. In every house in Kerala, you will find somebody supporting Congress and somebody supporting RSS. We have seen this. I've seen this happening in Kannur, and I've seen this happening in many states, many districts in Kerala. Now, one more point, one last point, Sudha, just to conclude, why it's not Kerala, the Congress weakening theory does not hold any water is simply because if Congress has performed, it has to show its performance. Whatever it has done, even being in opposition or in the states where it has got the power, and let people decide as to what kind of ideology they follow and
but
how
the
they
Congress performed last time, no, Rajendran? You look at the last time elections.
Yeah, but they did not meet all the promises they made in their manifesto. Please, you know, Sudha, that was the whole thing.